Guys, we are here for the grand finale of Z Square Weekdays Challenge Cup. The finals between Mangalore Cricket Club and DT Tellicherians. Both the captains in the middle, Mohammad Fazal from Mangalore Cricket Club and Naufal from DT Tellicherians. Requesting the umpire to proceed with the toss. Dubai Tellicherians to spin, Mangalore to call. The call is heads. And it's a tail. The toss to Dubai Tellicherians. Naufal? Naufal, a quick thing. Guys were trusting semi-finals that we had. And you guys cannot take Mangalore on an easy note. What is the think tank at this moment and your decision at the toss?
So we'll ball first. We have been doing good chasing, so we are not taking them lightly, but we have been winning all the matches literally. So I think it's a good decision. With in terms of wicket, I don't think it will change a lot. Considering the wind, I think it's better to ball so that we can get their key batsman if he is playing. Shahzad bhai. Yeah.
Thank you, Naufal, and all the best for the finals. Fazal, what would have you done if you would have won the toss, and what is your take on your awesome semi-finals that you had in the previous game?
Actually, I should have bat also. So runs on the board in a big day, it's the main thing. So we can come back anytime. So it will be a good ground for us for every matches on the percentages of winning. So we will bat.
Thank you, Fazal, and all the best. The news from the middle is DT have won the toss and elected to bowl first.
Danette chocolate, a sweet taste that lingers on.
My baby, my Valentine. Can I hit the making what temperature there is? If you leave me a good time, I swear. You are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest. I'm loving the thought of me. I am so obsessed. I want to chop your heart. Never need a back and it's real. Open up, make us feel. Yeah, my love, one thing. We make a bad man sing. Got the finish work. Without you, I could feel lose my mind. Without you, I could feel fall and die. Without you, I could give up my life. Without you, never need a back and it's real. Open up, make us feel. Yeah, my love, one thing. We make a bad man sing. Another nigga, honey, lover, lover. I wanna be a lover forever, forever.
There. Do you want to start your business in the UAE and wondering how to go about it?
Is invigorated. Faith is restored. For we are here. The Blade Masters are still here.
We are here for the grand finale of Z Square Weekdays Challenge Cup between Mangalore Cricket Club and Dubai Tellicherians. Dubai Tellicherians winning the toss and electing to field first. The squads for the evening, starting with Dubai Tellicherians: Mohammad Azhar, Mohammad Shiraz, Mohammad Shoaib, Pratham Mahale, Rajveer Gulati, Riaz Ali, Rizwan, Shahir Rahman, Shibak Padikal, Shijaz Bakar and Wasim Umar. The team for AUTODEAL MCC is Ajay Fernandez, Faisal, Ilyas Bawa, Mohammad Shahir, Mohammad Hilal, Mohammad Taqiyuddin, Mohtisam Jakti, Ramiz Olympics, Senthil, Shehzad and Shija George. The two batsmen to begin for AUTODEAL MCC is Shehzad and the skipper himself, Fazil. The bowler to start proceedings for Dubai Tellicherians is Mohammad Azhar Jalil. We have had two contrasting semi-finals in the previous week. Firstly, MCC winning a thriller against Friends Cricket Club and a convincing victory for Dubai Tellicherians against Jallu's Footstuffs Legends. Both teams equally matched and we are in for a thriller of a final. Mohammad Shehzad to take strike and Mohammad Azhar Jalil to begin proceedings for Dubai Tellicherians. The officials for the evening is Abhi and Satish. Azhar to Shehzad. A good start by Dubai Tellicherians. Azhar beginning with an ideal link that he's known for. It's an even contest. Miserly bowler against a destructive batsman. Beating him all ends up. Two deliveries into the innings and no runs yet on the board. Shehzad feeling the ball. 3 balls, no runs yet on the board. We're witnessing the grand finale of Z Square Weekdays Challenge Cup played between AUTODEAL MCC and Dubai Tellicherians. Azhar to Shehzad. A biggie, that's the first one of the evening. A maximum of Shehzad's bat. They begin their innings with a maximum. This is exactly what this man is known for, some destructive batting. He's got off the mark with a maximum straight over the long off fence. Azhar again to Shehzad. That's again hit up Ishley. Clearing the fence yet again. Back-to-back sixes from Shehzad to begin the innings with. That's 12 on the board after first 3 balls. Dots. He scored 2 maximums in the same region, but this time over wide long off. That's 12 on the board. 1 ball to go in the first over. It's again hit over extra cover this time, and that's a boundary to end with. First 3 balls dot. The next 3 hitting the fence. That's 16 of the first over from Mohammad Azhar Jalil. Shehzad taking a toll in the first over. He scored 16 of 6. We have Fazil to take strike in the second over. The grand finale of Z Square Weekdays Challenge Cup Season 2. Finals between AUTODEAL MCC and Dubai Tellicherians. The bowler to share the new ball is Mohammad Shoaib. To Fazil. Trying to flick it off his pads. And getting off the mark. Giving back strike to Shehzad. Shehzad already playing on 16 of 6 deliveries, 2 maximums and a boundary in the very first over. Fazil doing the right thing of giving it to the destructive man to maximize the power play. A full toss. Playing it dangerously, just passing the bowler. A single. Mohammad Shoaib starting well. 2 runs off his first 2 deliveries. Both teams pretty much set as a squad. Bowler to reball. It's an even contest we are witnessing. 2 set sides with some good players on the cards for both the teams. At the first extra of the evening down the leg, a wide call by the official. Edged, well fielded by the slip fielder. Good fielding by Ijaz there. Shoaib beginning well. 3 runs off his first 3 deliveries. Some good line and length by Mohammad Shoaib here, beating the batsman completely. Just 3 runs of the first 4 deliveries. 2 off the bat and 1 way an extra. Previous delivery being called a no ball, and it's a free hit delivery, missed again by the batsman. So that's 4 runs so far, 4 deliveries. Shoaib to Fazil. Hit through the gap of boundary towards the third man fence. The over looked promising without a boundary so far. So that's 8 runs so far of the over. Score moving on to 24. The final delivery of the second over. Score at 24 for no loss. Shoaib to Fazil it again. Beating the batsman. A good comeback delivery from Shoaib after being hit for a boundary in the previous delivery. That's the end of 2 overs. Score on 24 for no loss. We have the junior stain here, walking and warming up. Azhar to continue to Shehzad. He started off promisingly, giving away 16 runs in the later half of the over, the first one. A half tracker, completely missing everyone, missing the keeper, missing the batsman, trickling to the boundary. That's 4 wides. 5 runs added to the tally. That's 29. Still yet a ball to be bowled in the third. AUTODEAL starting off in good fashion. 29 runs in 2 overs. They're going at almost 14 and over. Good delivery. Shehzad respecting the good ball, playing it back to the bowler. Shehzad to face Azhar. A wild heave, missed by the keeper again. Misses everyone, running towards the boundary. They complete 2. It was a miss by the keeper. So 2 more added to Shehzad's tally. That's hit up again. A valiant effort by the fielder. It was a good try and a boundary added to the tally again. Shehzad, yet another boundary. That's his 4th for the evening. He moves on to 23 from 10 deliveries, striking at 230. And the contrast, Fazil giving him company. with 5 of 6 with 1 hit to the fence. Azhar to Shahzad, fended back to the bowler. Shahzad has made his intentions clear. He wants to deal in boundaries. He wants to maximize the power play. Putting Dubai Tellicherians under the sword right from the first over. Fended back to the bowler yet again. That's 3 balls back to the bowler this over. 6 already. A total of 11 runs, including a wide of the over so far. Mohammad Azhar Jaleel a bit touch expensive so far on this over. That's a very loud appeal, turned down by the official. He ends the over well after conceding 16 in his first. 11 runs off this over, 3 overs, 35 is the score on board. They're striking at almost 12 and over. The projected score, if they continue on the same trend, is about 230. A very evenly matched final, both the teams deservingly finalist, especially with the way they played through the league phases and the semi-final stage. Shoaib to continue. A pacey delivery hit straight towards the mid-on fielder. A half chance, a very good effort by the fielder there. Should have been a tremendous catch if that would have been taken. Shoaib to Fazil. A quick running there, good piece of calling by both the batsmen. Good understanding in the middle. Shoaib bowling to Shahzad. He is on 23 from 13. That's a humongous hit into ground number 3. That's a big one. That's the maximum. That's his 3rd one of the evening. He is just dealing in maximums and boundaries. Already 26 runs just by boundaries from his bat so far. He is more on to 29 of 14 deliveries. Striking just over 200. The partnership already worth 42 of 21 deliveries. That's again hit over covers. No chance for the fielders. That's yet another boundary added. Score on to 46 for no loss after 3.4. DT would want to see the back of Shahzad pretty soon with the way he's batting. They will have to come out with a plan to get his wicket. But MCC, the longer he stays, that much they would enjoy his batting. That's fended on the back foot. Quick single. That's one more run added. Last ball into the fourth over. Score on 47 for the loss of no wickets yet. DT, a very formidable unit with a lot of youngsters playing in the team. Last ball of the fourth over. Score on 47. Fazal to face Shoaib. Wild heave from Fazal and missing it completely straight to the keeper. And that's the end of 4 overs. Score at 47. The partnership also equal of 47 at this moment. Shehzad being the destructor, 34 of 16, striking at 212. Giving him company is the skipper, Mohammad Fazal, 6 of 9. Azhar to continue for the Dubai Tellicherians. He's bowled a good over, the previous one. Azhar starting off his third over to Shehzad. A rare misfield by the square leg fielder, enabling the batsman to complete that single. What seemed to be a dot delivery. Azhar to Fazal. A dot ball. Fazal hitting it this time. He has got his second boundary. He is more on to 10 from 11 deliveries. Partnership worth 50. Score at 52 after halfway into the third over. Halfway into the fifth over, sorry. Hit to the cover fielder, quick single, a good try by the fielder there. Completing it easily. Fazal giving strike back to Shehzad. 2 more balls left in the fifth over. He's playing on 35 of 17. Good ball, fended. A misfield from the fielder. What should have been a single, they have taken up 2 runs. The pressure showing on the Dubai Tellicherians at this moment. Score on 55. Last ball into the fifth. Partnership worth 55 of 30 deliveries so far. Good ball respected back by Shehzad, ending the over. Score on 55. They're striking at 11 and over. With 1 ball left to the power play. We have a change in the bowling. It's Shahir Rahman being introduced into the attack. 5 overs, 55 on the board. Both these batsmen playing some exceptional shots through the innings so far. A quick piece of calling by Fazal, running to the danger end, taking the arm of Shiraz there, completing the single, giving strike back to Shahzad. Shahir Rahman to Shahzad for the first time this evening. Excellent piece of bowling by Shahir, a wide called. Shahzad going for a wild heave, seeing some width. Wide call by the official there. That's one more run added to the tally. That's hit powerfully down this track, ricocheting off the boots of the bowler. Just a single, what seemed to be a certain boundary. Well stopped by the bowler on his follow-up. Fazal to face Shahir Rahman. A full delivery played towards the wide long off fielder. Just a single there. A very interesting field set for this bowler. An extra cover and a long off in place. Shahir to Shahzad. Hit inside out, a maximum into ground number 1. That's yet another maximum. This man hits it long when he really hits it. That's 65 on the board with 2 more balls left for the 6th over and the completion of the power play. AUTODEAL have made their intentions clear. With that maximum, he moves on to 44 of 21. Fazal on 13 of 14. Ten runs so far with 2 more deliveries to go in this over. In the last over of the power play of the first innings. The grand finale of Z Square Weekdays Challenger Cup. Oh, an edge missing the keeper, running down third man. That's a boundary, a costly miss, but it was too wide from the keeper. A close call there. It would have been interesting if the keeper would have taken the catch. In the end, MCC 4 more runs added to their tally. 69 with 1 ball left to the end of the power play and the 6th over. Good piece of fielding. So that's the end of the power play in the first innings. 69 for no loss. The partnership was 69, with Shehzad Ahmed being the chief destructor, 44 of 21 so far, and Fazil playing on 13 of 11. It's 48 from 23, striking at 209. With 4 hits to the fence and 4 maximum. We cannot just call it maximum, they were humongous. DT having some thinking to do here. So we have spin being introduced right away after the power play. Pratham Mahale being introduced into the attack. Oh, sorry, it is Shiraz. It is Shiraz being introduced into the attack. Left armer bowling to Mohammad Fazil. Playing it inside out, completely missed by the fielder. Valiant effort for a boundary. That's 73. Whether it is power play or off the power play, they are making their intentions clear. They are going loggerheads with the bowler. They just want to give the DT batsman some good target to chase. Shiraz greeted with the boundary of his first delivery. A single of the very next. That's 5 runs of 2 deliveries in the 7th. 74 on the board with 4 more deliveries to go. That's hit uppishly, a big one, tough chance for the fielder. He's taken it. That's the wicket they were after. Shehzad being held at mid-wicket, an excellent catch by the fielder. Pratham Mahale catching a real tough one, a skyscraper, and the wicket they were after. Shehzad Ahmed holding out at mid-wicket for 48 to Mohammad Shiraz. He starts off well, courtesy a brilliant catch by Pratham. That's the first wicket for AUTODEAL MCC in the form of Shehzad Ahmed. Out for 48 of 24 deliveries. The new batsman replacing Shehzad Ahmed is Shahir. The wicketkeeper batsman of AUTODEAL MCC into bat, first change. An excellent wicket from Shiraz, bowling it slower through the air, teasing Shehzad. He's thought it out and outfoxed him, getting the first wicket for Dubai Tellicherians. First of the youngsters to be brought into the attack for Dubai Tellicherians, and he's delivered in his very first over. It's floated up in the air. Some good piece of thinking by the bowler there. Shire facing his first ball, just middling it out. Shire getting off the mark in identical fashion towards the cover region. Good piece of fielding, just restricting the batsman to one. Fazal to take honours now, to continue from where Shehzad had left out. Last ball of the 7th, playing it straight to the point fielder, no run. And that's the end of the 7th over, score at 75 for the loss of 1 wicket. The solitary wicket that they got this over of the danger man, Shehzad Ahmed, getting holed out at mid-wicket for the with his personal score on 48. 75 for 1. After 7, cruising at 10 and over. Spin bought from the other end as well. So both spinners to bowl in tandem. It's Rajveer Gulati this time. He to begin proceedings to the new man, Mohammad Shahir. Low full toss to begin with. Hit straight to the long off fielder. Just a single. That's hit crisply down the track. Good piece of fielding by the long on fielder. Covering up good ground. Restricting the batsman to a single. Bringing back Shahir on strike. That's hit towards cover. A half chance, a good try by the fielder, just a single. Good tidying up done by the long off fielder. Boundaries have been hard to come by after the departure of Shehzad Ahmed. That's a big hit from Fazil, a huge one. Towards the long on fielder, he completely misses it. Made good ground to come towards the ball and completely missing the catch. One more run added. Fazil gets a life. Made some good ground to cover the ball. It's straight back to the bowler. A quick single, a risky one, completing it in the end. Keeper backing up. Some good piece of running here. Equally matched on the field. Rajveer 5 runs off his first 5 deliveries. Last ball into his first. Completely missed by the keeper and the batsman. Byes added to the score, and that brings the end of 8 overs, score at 81. An excellent over in the context of the game. Previous 2 overs have been good after the power play for Dubai Tellicherians 11 runs and the all-important wicket of Shahzad Ahmed. Shiraz to continue after a successful first over, conceding 6 runs and an excellent wicket. Got to see a beautiful catch taken by Pratham. Last moment adjustments to the field by Shiraz, bringing a short mid-wicket in. That was hit straight to the keeper's pads, return to the bowler. Yet another dot. Boundaries have been hard to come by after the departure of Shahzad Ahmed. A hit towards long off for a single. Good calling by the batsman, turning down a risky single. And some excellent fielding by the short cover fielder. Riaz. Let's head straight down the ground yet again for a single towards long off. That's one more run to the tally. They're just dealing in singles at this moment. That's yet another single towards the long on region. With that, Fazil completes 8,000 career runs. Playing it nicely, guiding the ball towards the point boundary. That's the first boundary after quite a while from the bat of Shahir. He scores his first one. He moves on to 9 of 8, giving company to his captain, Mohammad Fazil. 22 of 23. He is holding one end. Rajveer Gulati to continue his second. Maximum this time. He is hit it big. That's a big hit from the skipper. That's his first for the evening. They have had 3 silent overs. And Fazil saying enough is enough and I'm going to take it at my hand. And he hits a maximum now. We are into the 10th over of the first innings of the grand finale of Z-Square Challenge Cup Season 2 between AUTODEAL MCC and Dubai Tellicherians. Hitting it off the back foot just over the bowler's head. A good try by the bowler, but well over his head. Just a single again to Fazil. Gets off strike after scoring a maximum in the previous delivery. That's 95 on the board. 4 more balls to go for the completion of 10. Swept very well. No chance for the fielder there. Backward or square leg. for a boundary. Shire scoring his second boundary of the evening. Moving on to 13. Score on 99, halfway into the 10th over. Rajveer being a touch expensive this over. 11 already off the first 3 deliveries. 99 on the board. Halfway into the 10th. That's played diligently down the ground. Just a single. And with that is the 100 for AUTODEAL MCC. 100 in 9.4 overs. That's swapped it out towards the square leg fence by Fazil. That's yet another boundary. A pretty expensive over from Rajveer coming to an end. That's one more ball to go. Pardon me. That's 5 balls. Already 16 of the over so far. With 1 to go. Score on 104. Trying for a wild heave yet again. Completely missing it. That's the end of 10 overs. The first half of the first innings comes to an end. 104 for the loss of 1. To summarize the game so far, it's been MCC all round. Shahzad Ahmed 48 holding on to Pratham. Bowled by Shiraz. 2 batsmen in the middle. Mohammad Fazil 33 of 27 and Mohammad Shahir 14 of 10. Only Shiraz being the pick of the bowlers so far. 1 for 13 after 2 overs. Shahir Rahman being brought into the attack after his solitary over in the power play, conceding 14. Guided towards third man. Good stop by the gully fielder. Covering ground. Some good piece of footwork there. Just 1 run to Shahir. Change of ends. Can this be a change of fortune for Dubai Tellicherians? Can they pull it back from here? Let's not take away anything from AUTODEAL MCC. They bat deep. That's the second wicket down in the form of the skipper, Mohammad Fazil. He is clean bowled by Shahir Rahman for a score of 33 of 28 deliveries, which had 4 hits to the fence and 1 humongous 6. Second wicket falling for AUTODEAL MCC for the score on 105. There needs to be a change of luck. Both the openers back in the pavilion now. At the fall of Mohammad Fazil's wicket, in walks in another veteran, Mohammad Taqiyuddin. He's been the pillar for AUTODEAL MCC for quite a while. He joins hands with Mohammad Shahir, who looks set on 15 of 11. Score on 105 for the loss of 2 wickets. Shahir Rahman coming back with a wicket after being a touch expensive in his first over, conceding 14. He's come back well, picking up the wicket of Fazil. Shahir Rahman to bowl his third ball to Taqiyuddin, facing up his first. He hits it crisply to the cover fielder, straight to the fielder. No runs there. It was a crisp hit. Good fielding by Riaz there. Hit off the back foot, a crisp hit towards point. Good piece of tidying up work done by the cover fielder. 2 runs added to the tally. That's 107 with 2 more balls to go in the 11th. That's hit again. Slap towards the cover fielder. Just 1 more run added. That's 11 overs, 109 for the loss of 2 wickets. That was a full delivery flicked towards square leg for a single. And that's the end of 11 overs. Score at 109. They are going at a impressive run rate of 9.91. The projected score close to 200. They would definitely want to reach there to give it a good chance, being a final. New bowler brought into the attack. It's Pratham Mahale who's been brought into the attack. Yet another youngster, a young talent. He starts his spell bowling to Shire, who is the set batsman at this moment, playing on 16 of 12. Lights it up, tosses the ball up, well played by Shire. Just a single. This is going to be an interesting contest. The hard-hitting Mohammad Taqiyuddin to face Pratham Mahale. A maximum, that's out of the park. That's out of the park for a maximum. That's yet another 6. This is what this man is known for his big hits. Completely outfoxing the batsman there. An excellent comeback delivery after being hit for a maximum out of the park in the previous. Halfway into the 12th over. 7 runs so far. That's yet another dot, completely missing the ball. That's hit in the air, falling short of the fielder. Just a single. That's 8 runs of 5 deliveries. Last ball of the 12th over. Score at 117 for the loss of 2. The 2 batsmen in the middle is Mohammad Shahir and Mohammad Taqiyuddin. So yet another dot and a good finish to the over. That's 8 runs of the over. 12 overs, 117 for the loss of 2 wickets. Dubai Tellicherians have to pull it back before it's too late. Already 117 runs conceded in their 12. 8 more overs to go. Shoaib Taqiyuddin playing it uppishly, holding out onto the long on fielder. A simple catch taken by Shiraz. Shahir gets his second wicket of the evening in the form of Mohammad Taqiyuddin, who looked set with a maximum in the previous over. That's the 3rd wicket to fall for AUTODEAL MCC with the score on 117. The next batsman is yet another renowned name in the UAE batting circuit. Shiju George walks into bat at the fall of Mohammad Taqiyuddin's wicket. Shiju, a veteran of 18,000, close to 19,000 runs with a career average of 36 and an impressive strike rate of 168. A half stop by the point fielder, ricocheting of him towards the boundary. The ball stops and 2 runs to Shiju. He gets off the mark. Shahir to Shiju. Hitting it straight to the fielder at gully. No run. He's been impressive after his first over. He conceded a few, but he's come back well, giving away just 7 runs in his next 9 deliveries, picking up 2 important wickets. An excellent delivery right at the block hole. Fended off for a single. Shahir Rahman bowling his heart out. Can he gauge a comeback for the Dubai Tellicherians? Score on to 120 for the loss of 3 wickets. We are into the 13th over. That's flicked off the bats. Just a single towards short mid wicket. That's into the last ball of the 13th over. Score on 121 for the loss of 3 wickets. Shiju to face Shahir. He hits it big, hits long, and that's a 6 over long off just over the fielder's head. And that's his first maximum of the evening from the bat of Shiju. And that's 127 on the board after 13 overs. Last 7 overs to go. A change in the field. The veteran Shibit Padikal onto field, replacing Azhar. Okay, replacing Shahir. Pratham bowling his second over. He's conceded 8 of his first. Bowling to Shahir. He steps out and guides the ball towards the short mid wicket. Tidying up job done by the bowler himself. Just a single. Head straight to the point fielder for a quick single. That's good piece of running by both the batsmen. Both these batsmen rotating strikes. Mohammad Shahir on 19 of 16. And Shiju 10 of 5. A half tracker heads straight to square leg for a single. Slapped towards the cover fence for yet another double. Both these batsmen running well. 4 balls into the 14th over. 5 runs so far in this over. 2 more balls to go. Good piece of bowling by the bowler, completely beating the batsman. An excellent delivery. Half tracker though, but he keeps it in the air. Troubling the batsman, just a single. And that's the end of 14 overs. Score at 133 for the loss of 3 wickets. The last 6 overs of the grand finale of Z Square Challenge Cup Season 2. The first innings. We're witnessing the final between AUTODEAL MCC and Dubai Tellicherians. AUTODEAL MCC have begun in good fashion. They're on 133 after 14 overs. The final 6 overs, the final 36 deliveries. At the current rate, they would reach 190. Do they have other plans? Azhar being brought back. It's hit crisply down the ground by Shiju. Just a single towards the long off fielder. Bringing back Shahir on strike. Azhar being proved a bit touch expensive in the power play. He bowled 3 overs in the power play, conceding 35. That's a wide down leg. A bit of chase by the veteran Shibit. That's 2 runs, 3 more added to the score. That's miss hit straight to the long on fielder. Shiraz completing it on the catch. That's the wicket they were after. Mohammad Shair, the danger man. Back to the pavilion. That's the 4th wicket. Replacing Mohammad Shair is yet another veteran. Senthil Prabhu. He joins in Shiju George. A very technically sound batsman. Same like the batsman he's replacing. Mohammad Shair. Very technically sound. DT have to bowl their hearts out to pull it back. The chase pressure is not going to be easy. They have won the toss and elected to field. They have to do the justice towards the captain's call. They have pulled it back post the power play. The power play was not exactly according to the plan, thanks to the master blaster Shahzad Ahmed. Senthil to face Azhar. He gets off the mark in his very first delivery. Score trickling on to 138 halfway through the 15th over. Giving strike back to Shiju. Shiju going for a big hit, hitting it straight to the long on fielder. Tidying up, done by Shiraz. Strike back with Senthil to face Azhar. Quick piece of running by the batsman. Good piece of calling by Shiju. He responds well to his partner. That's 140 on the board. 1 ball to go in the 15th over. The last 31 deliveries of the first innings. That's hit crisply. A good piece of catch by Shiraz there. A low catch taken. That's his third for the evening. He's taken an excellent catch, and that's the back of Shiju George, the second set batsman falling in the same over. Azhar, though being expensive in his first 3, comes back to pick up 2 important wickets, and with that he comes to the end of a spell of the evening, conceding 42 runs and picking up 2 important wickets in his 4th. The fall of Shiju George walks in, the hero of the last match, the semi-finals. Motasim Jakti. His final over made the match up for them in the semi-finals, snatching a victory off the jaws of defeat. It's Motasim Jakti joining hands in the middle with Senthil Prabhu, who's just walked into bat as well. Shiraz being brought into the attack to bowl to Senthil, fends it on the back foot towards the point fielder. No runs. Shiraz bowling well so far. He's conceded just 13, picking up a good wicket of Shahzad Ahmed in his first 2 overs. It's 2 dots. Into the 16th over, score at 140. Set with soft hands, missed by the fielder completely. Had he collected it straight, it would have been interesting. Motasim Jakti facing his first delivery against the man in form, Shiraz. He's bowled well so far, conceding just 14. To bowl to Motasim. Fended back, late call. The fielder quite relaxed there. A late call, completing the single easily. Motasim Jakti off the mark in his first delivery. Shiraz to Senthil. Inside out, over wide, long on, long off for a boundary. That's his first boundary. He moves on to 7 of 6 deliveries. That's 6 of the over with 1 to go in the 16th over. Score on 146. Having lost half their side back in the pavilion. DT pulling it back after a nightmarish power play. They have actually come back really well, making runs hard to come by post the change of ends. Shiraz to Senthil, last ball of the 16th. Hit of the back foot powerfully. Some work for the cover fielder there. He's done well, restricting it to 2 runs. With that, we come to the end of the 16th over. 8 runs of the over. 148 on the card with last 4 overs to go. Rajveer back into the attack. Bowling is third to Motisam. Head straight for a single. Motisam also known for his big hitting prowess. He's just gotten, this is just the second delivery he has played. Giving strike back to Senthil. Both batsmen relatively new in the middle. Partnership worth 9 of 7 so far. Off the back foot, a soft touch for a single again. They're rotating singles. That's 150 on the cards in the 17th over. Fended with soft hands, a call for 2. Turn it down, just a single. Excellent piece of tidying up done by the bowler himself. That's just 1 on the card. 151 halfway into the 17th over. The business end of the innings in progress. Let's head straight down the ground. Good piece of fielding by Shiraz. Stopped a certain boundary. Just 1. That's a good piece of bowling by Rajveer. Last ball into his 3rd over. Just conceded 25 so far. He's bowling to Motisam. An excellent delivery to end a very good over. Just a single, an excellent delivery. With that, we come to the end of 17 over, score at 153 for the loss of 5 wickets. Pratham Mahale being brought into the attack. Has bowled well so far, conceding just 14 in his 2. Has been wicketless so far. He's bowled an economical spell so far, just conceding 14. He to bowl to Morthison. Good piece of bowling. Just a single. That's another single to the tally. We are in the business end, the last 3 overs. 16 balls and shot to go. 155 on the board. Can they touch the magical figure of 200? Hit powerfully. Good stop on his own bowling from Pratham. Morthison to face Pratham. That's flat batted. Straight over the long on fielder for a maximum. That's the first maximum from his bat in the evening. He moves on to 11 of 8. Score moving on to 161 with that maximum. That's again a max hit, and this time a boundary. 2 expensive deliveries. Good piece of hitting from Morthison. He moves on to 15 from 9. Score on to 165. Already 12 of the over so far with 1 ball to go. That's again out of the park this time. 3 maximums, 16 of the last 3 deliveries, 18 runs in this over. That's ricocheted the score to 171 after 18. 2 maximums on the boundary from Morthison. This over. Pratham moves on. After 3 overs, he has given away 32 runs. And Morthison moving on to 21 from just 10 deliveries. Mohammad Shaib, the opening bowler, being brought back into the attack. He's conceded 20 so far from his 2, considering it was the power play. He to bowl to Senthil Prabhu. He starts off with a wide delivery down the leg, completely missing everyone. It's 5 runs added to the tally. Score moving on to 176. Yet a ball to be bowled in the 19th. We are into the penultimate over of the first innings. We are witnessing the grand finale of Z Square Weekdays Challenger Cup Season 2, played between AUTODEAL MCC and Dubai Tellicherians. An evenly matched contest between 2 champion sides of the league. That's a big hit from Senthil towards mid-wicket. A humongous 6. That's a big one from his bat. That's his first of the evening. He clears it. It was a huge 6. That's 11 runs so far in this over. 5 deliveries to go. Last 11 balls, score on to 182. Can they cross the magical mark of 200? That's played off the back foot. Cut. Good tidying up work done by the fielder. 2 runs completed there. 13 runs, 2 deliveries, 4 more balls to go in the 19th. Senthil moving on to 20 of 12 deliveries. That's hit straight down the ground. No ball called by the umpire. That's 2 runs again added. We've seen everything in this over. It's been an expensive one in the context of the game. It's a free hit with the batsman crossing over. Mohtasam Jakti to face Mohammad Shoaib. Free hit, slower delivery, well picked by Mohtasam. Yet another maximum in this over. He's cleared the 3rd one of his bat. He moves on to 27 of 11. 3 maximums and a hit to the fence. Senthil giving him company on 21 of 13. Partnership already worth 52 of 22. Score moving on to 192 for the loss of 5 wickets. Halfway into the 19th over. The last 9 deliveries of the first innings to come. Tries for a big hit again. Placing it down the ground. Just a single. That's 4 balls into the 19th over. Already 22 of the over so far. That's played towards the cover region. Hit crisply. Call is for 2. Could be catastrophic. Given out by the umpire. The straight in the fielder's hands. A risky double. Eventually batsman getting out, run out. Senthil gets out for 22 of 14 deliveries. Good piece of fielding and a very good accurate throw The new batsman in at the fall of Senthil's wicket is Mohammad Hilal. Last 7 deliveries, last ball of the 19th. Shoaib to Hilal. Goes big for the first ball itself, and that's the end of a very expensive over. 23 runs of it. The score on to 194 for the loss of 6 wickets after 19. Two expensive overs, 18 and 19. 41 runs in that 2 overs scored by MCC. Shahid Rahman, the pick of the bowler so far, to bowl the last over for Dubai Tellicherians. He is bowling to the massive striking Mu'tasim Jagti. He is on 28 from 12 deliveries so far. Starts off down the leg with an extra added to the tally, 195, with yet a ball to be bowled in the 20th. That's hit uppishly towards the long off fielder. Just a single. Hilal wanted to give back strike to Mu'tasim. He turning it down. Hilal to face Shahid Rahman. It's hit crisply down to the long on fence by Hilal, giving strike back to Mu'tasim. He's doing the right thing by giving it back to Mu'tasim, who's been striking the ball beautifully. He's on 29 of 13 so far. He's already cleared 3 maximums. Hit off the back foot, a crisp shot. It's 2 runs added. That's 197 with 4 balls to go. .199 on the board. That's hit with immense power down the ground. Good piece of fielding by Shiraz. 1 run to the score, and with that it's a 200 for AUTODEAL MCC. 200 for the loss of 6 wickets with 2 more balls to go in the last over. That's again hit straight to the cover fielder. Hilal giving back strike to Mu'tasim to face the last delivery of the innings. It's Shahid Rahman to Mu'tasim Jagti. Last ball of the innings. Score at 201. Can he end the innings with a maximum? A low full toss hit towards wide long off. Fielder giving up chase. That's a boundary. He ends the innings with a boundary. And that's 205 for 6 after 20 overs. That's the end of the first innings of the grand finale of Z Square Weekdays Challenge Cup. Season 2 played between AUTODEAL MCC and Dubai Tellicherians. To summarize the innings and the first half of the match, toss won by DT, electing to field first. It was initially the Shahzad Ahmed show, 48. Skipper chipping in with 33. Mohammad Shair with 20. Senthil with 22. But the person who brought the score to this 205 after DT had in short breaks pulled the match back was Mu'tasim Jakti. 36 of 16 deliveries, 2 hits to the fence and 3 maximums. And extras playing a big role in the score with 19 in total. The Dubai Tellicherians will have to come back to chase 206 in the second half. We have a cracker of a final, and let's not take away any credit from this team. They have capable batsmen to do this. We have a chase on the cards. Let's see what brings up in the second half of the final. Here we are starting the chase of 206. DT, both the batsmen in. It's Riaz and Naufal, the skipper himself, coming in to take on us on scoring these 206 and to give a good start for the Dubai Tellicherians. The inside, it's Ajay Fernandez, yet another experienced bowler, into bowl for AUTODEAL MCC. Riaz going after it, the very first delivery, just over the short mid-wicket fielder. 2 runs to begin with. They will need a good start, considering it is the grand finale of Z Square Weekdays Challenger Cup. It's again hit towards mid-wicket, just a single. Good piece of fielding by the fielder there. 1 run added. That's 3 of the first 2 deliveries. It's down the leg, the first extra in this innings. That's 4 runs of the first 2 deliveries. Flicked off the pads, Naufal off the mark. They're chasing a target of 206. Inside edge onto the pads towards the square leg region for another single. That's 6 runs with 2 balls to go in the first over. It's played with soft hands by Naufal. Could have been catastrophic. A good piece of fielding by Hilal there. Good backing up by Shahzad and Ramiz. That's 1 more added to the score. Riaz Ali back on strike. He's on 4 of 3. Hit crisply towards the cover fence. No chance for the fielder. That's a boundary. That's the end of the first over. Score on 11. Riaz on 8 of 4 deliveries. Giving him company is the skipper, Naufal Niaz. with 2. Score at 11 after 1. Needing a further 195 from 114 deliveries. The bowler sharing the new ball with Ajay Fernandez is Ilyas Bava. He starts off with the dot delivery. Bang on line with his length. Off the back foot through the gap between gully and point. They complete 2 runs. That's 13 on the board after 1.2. That's flicked off the bat straight to the square leg field for no run. Rightly turned down by Riaz. That's flicked fine. Some work for the fielder there. A single. Three runs after 4 deliveries. A good delivery from Ilyas. He's bowled a tight line so far in this over. Last ball into the second, score on 14. Just 3 runs conceded so far. That's a big hit towards the mid-wicket region. Just a single to Riaz, and that comes to the end of 2 overs. Score on 15 after 2 overs. DT needing a further 191 from the remaining 18 overs. Starts off with a dot ball in his second over. An excellent piece of bowling by Ajay. It's a good pacey delivery of the pads. Leg by signaled. That's 2 runs so far in this over. 3 balls bowled. DT had to go for 10 runs from the word go. They're a bit touch behind the required run rate. It's played up Ashley, short of the cover fielder. He missed the ball, moved late. Last ball of the third over. An excellent over in the context of the game. A wild heave, missed by the keeper, missed by the batsman. Batsman run a by. That's the end of 3 overs. Score on 19. An excellent second over from Majay Fernandez comes to an end. He's conceded 14 of his 2 overs so far. Ilyas, after an impressive first over, conceding just 4, comes into bowl the second over. The fifth of the innings. No. A catch squandered. Nia Naufal getting a life here. This is the 4th over of the innings. Just 20 on the board so far. That's hit towards the wide long on region. Good tidying up work done by Shahzad over there. Just 1 run. With that, Riaz moves on to 12 of 10. And Naufal at 6 of 8. It's played fine. It's flicked fine. Good stop by the fielder. 2 runs added to the score. That's 23 after 3.3. They're going at almost run a ball. MCC bowling well so far. 4 balls into the 4th. Score on 24. That's the first positive intended shot from Riaz. Playing it inside out over the cover fielder for a boundary. That's a boundary after quite a bit. This is a second from his bat. He moves on to 16 from 12. That's 28 on the board with 1 ball to go in the 4th. Already 9 of the over. Fourth over, he ends it with a dot, completely beating the batsman. That's 4 overs, 28 for no loss for Dubai Tellicherians. They will have to bowl, they will have to bat their skins out. It's not going to be easy, chasing 206, need a further 178 from the remaining 16 overs. A touch over 11 required. That's edged towards the third man fence for a boundary. That's the first for Naufal. Ajay bowling his third over. He bowled an impressive second. And with that boundary, score on to 32. Naufal moving on to 14 of 12. And Riaz playing on 16 of 13, partnership with 32 of 25 deliveries so far. Wild heave, completely missing the line and length of the delivery. Ajay outthinking the batsman with his length. Ajay to Naufal. Let's hit to the cover fielder. Tidying up done by Ilyas. Just a single added. That's 5 runs so far of 3 deliveries. Riaz facing Ajay, fending it off. Just another single added. That's 4 balls into the 5th over. That's 34 on the board. An excellent hit. No chance for the fielder. A crisp shot from Riaz here. Naufal Niaz with the boundary. That's his second. Moves on to 19. A wild heave, taking the outside edge over the third man fence. That's yet another boundary, and that's the end of 5 overs. Score on to 42. They are making up for the slow start. 3 boundaries in this over. 14 runs of this over. Ajay conceding 28 runs of his 3 overs so far. The score on 42 after 5. Ilyas to continue proceedings, the last over of the power play, and his third. He's conceded 13 runs so far from his 2. Wild heave from Riaz just for a single, bringing back Naufal on strike. He's shifted his gear in the last over. He's moved on to 23 after 16. That's Hapishly hit towards the mid-wicket region, a catch and taken. That's the first wicket in the form of the skipper, Naufal Nias. The first wicket, the first casualty for Dubai Tellicherians. Ilyas Bawa picking up the first wicket for AUTODEAL MCC. At the fall of Naufal Nias walks in the veteran batsman, Shibit Padikal. We all know if he gets going, he can make it big. Shibit Padikal joining Riaz Ali after the fall of the first wicket in the form of Naufal Niaz. The skipper back in the hut. It's up to this pair to get them to a good start from here on. They need a further 163 runs from 88 deliveries. We are in the last over of the power play with 4 balls to go. Ilyas Bawa providing the first breakthrough for AUTODEAL MCC. Starts off with a lofted hit towards mid-wicket. Gets off the mark. That's 44. Halfway into the 6th. The final of the power play over. We are witnessing the grand finale of Z-Square Challengers Cup weekdays. Played between AUTODEAL MCC and Dubai Tellicherians. That's a beautiful hit from Riaz. Goes for a maximum. He's cleared the fence. And that's the 50 for Dubai Tellicherians. After 5.4 overs. That's 50 for 1. Riaz Ali moving on to 24 of 16 deliveries. Two balls to go into the 6th. The wild heave. Good fielding there by the square leg fielder. No run. That's hit crisply to the mid-off fielder. No run. And that comes to the end of the power play. 50 for 1. Needing a further 156 in the remaining 14 overs. The required run rate touch over 11. We have a change in the bowling after the power play. Ramiz being brought into the attack. Rami starting off with the dot. He is bowling to Shibit Padikkal. Ramesh to Shibit. Goes for a wild heave. An appeal for a run out turned down by the official. Ramesh to Riaz. Swatted off to the square leg region. A chase for the mid-wicket fielder, but in vain. It's a boundary. That takes the score to 55 after 6.3. 151 needed of 81. Riaz moves on to 28 after 19. 19 balls, 28 is the score that Riaz is on right now. Shibit Padikkal just joining him at the fall of Naufal's wicket in the previous over. Wild heave, completely missing the delivery. 4 runs so far. That's 5 including a leg bye in this over. That's an extra. One more run added to the tally. Score on 56. 4 balls into the 7th over. Hit to a point, a maximum. A beautiful shot from Riaz over the fielder for a maximum. A classy shot coming from the bat of Riaz Ali. He moves on to 34 of 21. He's taken responsibility after the fall of a skipper's wicket in the previous over. 62 on the board, last ball of the 7th. Again, plays and misses. That's the end of 7 overs. 62 for the loss of 1. Dubai Tellicherians needing 144 from the remaining 13 overs. Again, a change in the bowling. It is Mohammad Hilal replacing Ilyas Bawa. Hilal to Shibit. It's a good start from Hilal. Starts off with the dot, missing the ball is the batsman. Some good pace generated from a short run up. 2 dots to begin with the 8th over. It's 62 on the board. That's hit to the backward point region. Just a single added. Bringing back Riaz on strike. He's been playing well so far, 34 of 21, with 3 fours and 2 maximums. Four balls, 3 dots, 1 single so far in this over. Riaz to bowl the final ball of the 7th over. Steps down and completely misses. An excellent over in the context of the game from Hilal. That's hit to the long off fielder for a single by Riaz. That comes to the end of 8 overs. 64 on the board. Riaz Ali on 34 of 24. Shibit Padikal 2 of 6. Partnership worth 20 of 15. It is Ramesh to continue, conceding 11 of his first. Score on 64 for 1 after 8. It starts off with a dot. Riaz Ali on 35 from 26. It's hit uppishly towards mid-wicket. Shout for catch, falling short of the fielder. Just a single. Giving back strike to Shibit. It's a maximum from Shibit. That's a maximum. The first off his bat this evening. That score on to 71 after 8.3. He's delivering to take some pressure off Riaz, who's playing really well on the other end. He's on 36 from 27. Shibit joining the party. 8 of 7 with his first maximum of the evening. Down the leg, missing it completely. An edge, just a single. That's 72 on the board after 8.4. DT needing 134 from the remaining 68 deliveries. Some disciplined bowling from Ramesh, beating the batsman completely. The last ball of the 9th over. Score on 72. So that's the second wicket in the form of Riaz Ali. He was playing really well until this moment. He goes out for 36 of 29 deliveries. The second casualty in the hut for Dubai Tellicherians. The new batsman at the fall of Riaz Ali's wicket is Shijaz. He joins Shibit in the middle. Score at 72 after 9 overs. They need a further 134 runs from 11 overs. To bowl his second. He's just conceded 2 in his first. He begins his second over with a dot. He's bowling to Shibit. An excellent catch by Shiju here. Fiercely stuck from the bat of Shibit. He takes a blinder. That's the third wicket in the hut for Dubai Tellicherians. Hilal picking his first. He is bowling some good tight line and length so far. The new batsman replacing Shibit is Wasim. He joins Rijaz, who's also just walked in. Two relatively new batsmen in the middle, both yet to face a delivery. Wasim Umar just walking in to join Shijaz Bakar, who's just walked in at the fall of the second wicket. Now this is the third casualty in the form of Shabat Badikul. Hilal bowling some excellent line and length, just conceding 2 so far from his 1.2 overs, picking up the important wicket of Shabat Badikul. Head towards the mid-wicket region for a single, brings Shijaz on strike. To face his first delivery, facing Hilal. Hit over the point fielder for a double. So that's the end of the 10 overs mark. We are halfway through the second innings in the all-important grand finale of Z Square Weekdays Challenge Cup, played between AUTODEAL MCC and Dubai Tellicherians. Score in the halfway mark is 77 with 3 wickets in the hut. Dubai Tellicherians need 129 runs from the remaining 10. The hero of the semi-finals, Motesham Jakti, to bowl his first over. Starts off with a slower ball hit in the air, falling well short of the long-off fielder. Just a single added. The Tellicherians have to score at 13 and over here on. Yet again a slower delivery played towards the wide long on fence. Tidying up done by Shahzad. 2 runs added to DT and Shijaz. It's 80 halfway into the 11th. Head straight again. This time to the long off region. Single added. Short delivery, top edged. Catch taken in the short third man region by Senthil. That's the 4th wicket in the form of Wasim Umar. A pacey delivery. Top edged, straight to the 3rd fielder. That's 4 wickets for the score on for 81. They need 125 from 55. The new batsman is a youngster. Shiraz walks in, the southpaw. Can he provide the much needed strikes for DT? They have to score at over 13 and over. He fends it for a single, gets off the mark, and that's the end of 11 overs. Score at 82 for the loss of 4 wickets. 124 needed from the remaining 9 overs. That's a single to Shiraz. The new bowler is the skipper bringing himself on, the lone spinner in the team today. Mohammad Fazil to bowl to Shijaz, who's playing on 7 of 6. Hit towards the wide long off fielder, just a single. Bringing back Shiraz on strike. Mohammad Fazil to bowl to Shiraz. He goes for a hit towards the long on region, just a single. 3 deliveries, 3 singles so far in this over. It's hit powerfully down to the long offense. Single again. 4 deliveries, 4 singles. A crisp hit towards the cow corner for a boundary. That's the first of the bat of Shiraz. That's 8 runs of 5 deliveries. We are into the last ball of the 12th. He's reached for the ball and clears it convincingly over long on. That's 10 runs of the last 2 deliveries of the 12th. That's 14 runs. An expensive over comes to an end. Score on 96 after 12 overs. 110 needed of 48. Requiring almost 14 and over. Shiraz already on 13 of just 5 deliveries with a maximum at a boundary. Giving him company is Shijaz, 9 of 8. Mu'tasim to bowl his second over. The call is for 2. Batsman convincingly making it. That's 2 more added to the tally. That brings the score to 98. Good pace of running by both these batsmen. Yet again a slower delivery from Motasim. Hit straight to the mid-wicket region, just a single. Three runs of two deliveries in this over. We are in the 13th over. Gives back strike to Shiraz, who's playing on 13. Yet again a slower delivery. Single to the score. That's the 100 for Dubai Tellicherians in the 13th over. We are halfway through the 13th over. 4 runs so far in 3 deliveries. Strike back with Shijaz to face Motasim. Misses the ball. Excellent piece of bowling by Motasam, conceding just 9 runs so far and picking up 1 wicket in his first over. Shijaz on 12 of 11. 2 balls to go for the 13th over. 106 needed of 44. Wide down the leg. It's 1 more run added. That brings the required runs to 104. Yet again a slower delivery. He is dealing in slower deliveries. It's getting difficult for the batsman. The required run rate creeping up to the 15-run mark. 105 of 43. That he's just waited and deposits over off the fielder's hands. Goes for a maximum. The first of the inning from Shijaz's bat. He's waited after being beaten for a couple of deliveries and deposited it into the fence for a maximum. With that comes to the end of 13 overs. Score at 107 for the loss of 4 wickets. They need 99 runs from 7 overs. The required run rate is at 14 and over. Hilal being brought into the attack to bowl to Shiraz. He's deposited it over corner for a maximum. That's the first hit to the fence for this bowler. He read with figures of 2 for 7 with 1 wicket in his previous 2 overs. He's been treated with a maximum in his third by Shiraz. He's made his intentions very clear. He moves on to 20 from 7 with 2 maximums and a hit to the fence. Beating him. That's 2 deliveries into the 14th over. That's hit in the air. An excellent catch by the skipper himself. He's given it away. The batsman is being asked to wait. They're checking for a no ball. That's a no ball. Shiraz waits to live another day. He survives. A no ball and a free hit. As it was a good catch by the skipper. He judged it well. But the official turns it into a no ball. And Shiraz stays. It's a free hit. Batsman changing ends. Shiraz to face the free hit delivery from Mohammad Hilal. That's top edged. It was a free hit. Catch in rain. One more run added. Bringing back Shiraz on strike. Halfway through the 14th over. He drives it through the cover region. Good piece of footwork by the fielder. What should have been a single converted into 2. That's a good piece of running by both these batsmen. That's 2 more added to the tally. Score moving on to 118. 88 needed of 36. It's crisply hit to the cover fence. Straight to the fielder, just a single. Bringing back Shiraz on strike. Last ball of the 14th over. Already 12 conceded in this over so far. Set straight back to the bowler. No runs, and that's the end of 14 overs. Score at 119 for the loss of 4 wickets. 87 runs needed of 6 overs at about 14.5 and over. The current run rate is at 8.5. We are into the business end of the innings. The entire responsibility on Shiraz, who's been striking the ball well. He is on 24 of 11. Giving him company is Shijaz, 19 of 15. Yet again a change in bowling. Rami's been brought back. He is bowled 2 overs for 19, picking up a wicket. Ramiz to Shiraz, an even contest. Played over point. Ball ricocheting towards the boundary. That's 2 runs. Shiraz on 26 of 12. DT need 85 from 35. A good delivery. Shiraz completely misreading the line. A leg by signaled. That's 1 more run to the tally. 3 runs so far in 2 deliveries in this over. That's hit to the mid-wicket fence. Call is for 2. Good piece of fielding. Equally good piece of running by both these batsmen. They have converted a single into a double. They are playing well. This pair is already worth 41 of 22 deliveries, with Mohammad Shiraz being the chief destructor in this innings and partnership. Halfway into the 15th over. He's hit it upish. Straight to the long off fielder. The skipper himself takes the catch. He gets the set batsman in the form of Shijaz. He scored 19 of 16. That's the end of the partnership between both these batsmen. 43 runs of 24 deliveries, giving some momentum to the Dubai Tellicherians batting lineup. The new batsman in at the fall of Shijaz is Rizwan. First ball, Rizwan hits it in the air and straight to the backward point fielder. Taking a simple one, and he works back without troubling the scorers. So that's the fall of the 6th wicket for Dubai Tellicherians. The required run rate too steep at this moment. 31 balls, 82 needed. The fall of Rizwan brings in Pratham, who is also facing a hat-trick delivery from Ramesh. Pratham Mahale joining Shiraz, who's striking the ball well. He's on 26 of 13. And Rami is on a hat-trick. Fended off. And that's the end of 15 overs. A very productive over. Just 5 runs and 2 wickets. (124) on the board for the loss of 6 wickets. They need 82 runs from 5 overs. Mohtisam bowling to Shiraz. Starts off with a good pacey Yorker. Fends it off straight down the ground just for a single. Bringing Pratham on strike, the new man. He had to get off the mark. Mohtisam to Pratham. He flicks it off the pads. Straight to the field. A good piece of running by both these youngsters. Good piece of fielding there. Hit straight. That's a swat from Shiraz. Fielder completely missing it, and that's A maximum. That's one more maximum to Shiraz. That's his third. He moves on to 33 from 15. Score on to 132 for 6. Halfway into the 16th over. The skipper, after taking a good catch, completely misses the ball. Misjudging it, and the ball goes into the fence. That's yet another boundary from the bat of Shiraz. He is not giving up. He's taking the ownership. Score on to 136. "70 needed of 26. Shiraz on 37 of 16. The slower ball trying to guide it through the point region. Completely misses it. Mohtisham proving a bit touch expensive this innings. Conceding already 28. He's into the last ball of his third over. It's hit crisply towards the cow corner. Excellent piece of fielding by the mid-wicket. Through by the cover fielder. Well placed. Run for 2. That's the end of 16. 138 for 6. Needing 68 runs from 4 overs at a required run rate of 17. Edge and a boundary. Rami's into bowl his 4th. That's 4 runs to Pratham. Rami's bowling his final over of the day. He's conceded 23 of his first 3, picking up 3 wickets. That's edge to the keeper. Good piece of keeping there by Shahir. That's his 4th for the evening. Ramiz has picked up 4 wickets. And it's Pratham this time who has to walk back to the pavilion. That's the 7th wicket down for the score on 142. 64 needed from 22 deliveries. The fall of Pratham. Walks in Mohammad Shoaib. He joins Shiraz, who's really striking the ball well. Shiraz has to take most of the strike if they stand a chance of 64 runs in 22 deliveries. Shoaib to face his first ball from Ramiz. That's a first ball 6 from Shoaib. He's cleared the corner for a maximum. Stepping down the very first delivery and depositing it over the boundary. It's a maximum. That's 148 on the board. Halfway into the 17th. 58 needed of 21. He swats that to the mid-wicket region. Just a single. Brings back Shiraz on strike, who's on 39 of 18. That's again hit in the air towards mid-wicket, straight to the fielder. That's the wicket of Shiraz, and that's a fifer in the final for Ramiz. That's his 5th. In the form of Shiraz, who has played his heart out. An excellent innings of 39 comes to an end of 19 deliveries with 3 maximums and 2 boundaries. That's 5 for Ramiz. That's his 5th and the 2nd in the over. He's picked up 2 wickets in consecutive overs with 1 more ball to spare to complete his spell for the evening. He's been the pick of the bowlers so far in the complete match. Picking up 5 wickets in the finals is not easy, and he's achieved the feat. Rami is bowling his last ball off his spell to Rajveer Gulati, the new batsman. 149 on the board. Single to end the 17th, and that's the last ball of Ramiz's spell. He ends with 5 for 35 from his 4 overs. .56 needed of 3 overs. It's AUTODEAL MCC in the driver's seat at this moment. So that's Ajay into the attack, and he comes back with a wicket. Cleaning up the wickets. That's bowled. That's the 9th wicket down for Dubai Tellicherians with the score on 150. They need 56 runs from 17 deliveries. That's the wicket of Rajveer coming back. And the new batsman is Mohammad Azhar Jalil. Last wicket for Dubai Tellicherians. Ajay Fernandez with figures of 1 for 28 from 3.1. To bowl. To Mohammad Azhar Jalil. Cut straight to the fielder. A single turn down by Shoaib. Shoaib back on strike. Azhar getting off the mark. Last wicket. 55 needed. 15 balls. That's hit up in the air to the deep point and a catch taken. That's the game. That's the game, and the champions of Z Square Weekdays Challengers Cup, AUTODEAL MCC. Dubai Tellicherians being bowled out for 151. The chief destructor for Dubai Tellicherians. Sorry, the AUTODEAL has been Ramesh with figures of 5 for 35 from his 4 overs. Ajay cleaning up the tail with 2 for 29 from his 3.4. Dubai Tellicherians being bowled out for 151 in 17.4 overs. To summarize the innings, some good piece of batting seen in second innings from Riaz Ali scoring 36, Naufal Niaz 23, Shijaz 21, and Mohammad Shiraz 39. But the entire credit goes to the bowlers of AUTODEAL MCC. Ajay Fernandez 2 for 29, Ilyas Bauer 1 for 21, Ramesh 5 for 35, Mohammad Hilal 1 for 19, Mortizam Jakti 1 for 30, and Fazil going wicketless with a solitary over, conceding 14 runs. The champions of C Square Weekdays Challengers Cup, AUTODEAL MCC. It's been the Ramesh show in the second innings. In an all-important final, coming back and picking up 5 wickets is never easy. And he has bowled his heart out, picking up 5 for 35 from his 4 overs. Guys, we come to an end of Z-Square Weekday Challenge Cup Season 2. Congrats to the champions, AUTODEAL MCC. Congrats to the playing team. Not only taken away from the Tellicherians, you guys have played throughout its been good cricket. And it's, I don't know, it's a bit harder than losing the second finals. But guys, a round of applause to yourself as well for making it to the finals. You guys have played some excellent cricket throughout. Without much of a wait, we are going to the man of the match of the semi-finals. Firstly, the match between AUTODEAL MCC and Friends 11, which is what I mentioned during the toss as well, the crunch semi-final. The man of the match for his 71 of 55, Mohammad Shahil of AUTODEAL MCC. Can I request The second semi-finals was played between Jamu's footstuff trading legends versus Dubai Tellicherians. Dubai Tellicherians winning the match by 5 wickets for his 44 of 31. Man of the match of the second semi-finals, Shubham Parikal of Dubai Tellicherians. The all-important final and the man of the match. There was no doubts in deciding a man of the match for the finals. It's not every time, and it was an outstanding performance. 5 for 35 from his 4 overs. Release of AUTODEAL MCC.
Well done, my boy, well done.
Next, getting into the all-important individual awards for the best performers of the Z-Square Weekdays Challenge Cup Season 2. The best batsman of the tournament, no one near him, a clear difference of almost 150 runs. But still mentioning the people in third and second as well. That's Biju Ali with 174 from Jalus at number 3. Srikanth with 180 runs at number 2 from Friends 11. But with 334 runs, average of 66.8 and a strike rate of a mammoth 257. Shahzad Ahmed of
जंगल से है भाई कैरेबियन में हम लोग कैसा है कैरेबियन से
Next award is for the best bowler of the tournament. At number 3 was Pradeep Kumar of Leman Bulls with 7 wickets from 5 games. At number 2 was Ramesh of AUTODEAL MCC with 8 wickets from 3 games, but with 9 wickets from 6 games, the best bowler of the tournament is Shahir Rahman with 9 wickets from 6 games. Can someone correct it on behalf of Shahir?
कुछ नहीं है खाने को पानी पी नो प्रॉब्लम चिरी 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 अरे उन चिरी.
The next award is for the best fielder of the tournament. At number 3 was Mohammad Shoaib of Dubai Tellicherians with 5 dismissals from 5 games. At number 2 was Syed Akib with 5 dismissals from 5 games. But with 6 dismissals from 5 games, including a good catch today that saw the back of Shahzad, it is Pratham Mahali of the Dubai Tellicherians. The final of the individual awards is for the most valuable player of the Z Square Week Days Challengers Cup Season 2. At number 3 was the skipper of AUTODEAL MCC, Mohammad Fazil with 22.28. At number 2 was Viru Jain of Friends 11 with 25.03. But way above the rest. 34.44. No doubts, it's Lala. Shahzad of AUTODEAL
बैग पकड़ो.
आज बड़ा बैग चाहिए.
भाई बैग दे दो यार.
आज बड़ा बैग चाहिए. ఇంకోటి నోకి కెమెరా నోకి తిరిగి వచ్చి తిరుగుంటావు.
Lala, just stay back. You also have a kit bag sponsored by Highland Travels. Can I ask Aziz to come and do the honors?
अल्लाह पीछे किट बैग भी आपका ही है.
The most valuable player of Z Square Week Days Challengers Cup.
यार क्लैप तो करो यार. क्लैप नहीं रे.
क्लैप.
Thank you, Aziz.
तालियां बहुत बड़ा तालियां.
Can we just do one more man of the match of the league match of the next phase, then we move on to the main trophies. The match between Chartans and African nations. The man of the match for his century, Rehan Khan of Chartans.
मुगीता
रेहान भाई जो बात है. यार नेक्स्ट विकेट कीपर है इसके लिए फाजिल भाई.
दूसरा मैच का
दूसरा मैच का बगल वाला मैच.
हाँ वेल डन माय बॉय रेहान भाई.
ಅವ್ನು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಗುರು ಮುಗಿಸಿ.
ए बारा होगा.
There is one more match, man of the match between Livan Bulls and Friends 11. Man of the match, Sulaiman Ali.
ಅವನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಡಿದ್ದು ಸುನಿಲ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು
ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ.
Can I request the skipper of the Dubai Tellicherians, Nofil, to come forward? Naufal, I know it's a bit of bad luck in the finals, the second consecutive finals. What's your entire take on the tournament and what's the feel as of now that I know it's not the right question, but again, just want to know it from you, what went wrong?
I would say a couple of bad decisions, and we could have done better with our bowling. That's it. Across the tournament, we played really well. Unfortunately, we couldn't get through to the finals.
Not keep you waiting. I know the field right now. I'll request you to receive the runners-up trophy and the medals on behalf of the entire team.
फाजिल भाई हम ट्रांसलेट करेगा आपका इंग्लिश में आप हिंदी में बोलो नहीं बात कर रहा है ट्रांसलेशन नहीं हिंदी में बोलो हिंदी में बोलो
Can I request Fazil to come forward? This has become a common thing between the both of us through our community tournaments and now here. What's the feel and the entire thing? Firstly, you wanted what you want at the toss, and you guys delivered exactly whenever you changed your bowlings, whatever you asked them to do, they delivered. What is that you want to say to your team now and the opposition, as well as how has your entire tournament been?
First of all, hard luck DT. They played very well throughout the tournament, but hard luck this time. As I mentioned, I have to bat first and put runs on the board. So when the finals, runs on the board, the pressure will be in the opposite team to chase. So and our frontline bowlers power play was very good. So and the batting was in the last 2-3 overs, and Mutasima and Fintil, a good partnership. So that was the momentum.
Anyways, next tournament you want to have something with him, so that's one thing. All the best, Roman, for winning the championship and a much needed victory as well. Can I request Prasanna Shetty and Rajesh Shetty to come forward to do the honors for the Champions Trophy and the medals? Guys, the champions of Z-Square Weekdays Challengers Cup, AUTODEAL MCC.
क्या आएगा क्या उसका थोड़ा बोर्ड വെച്ചിട്ട് ഇവിടെ തന്നെ നിർത്താം ഇവിടെ ലൈറ്റ് കറക്റ്റ് അല്ല ഗ്രൗണ്ടിൽ പോണ്ട ഗ്രൗണ്ടിൽ ലൈറ്റ് ബോർഡ് 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 എല്ലാവരും അവിടെ നിന്ന് നോക്കിയോ बोर्ड किधर है चैंबर बोर्ड किधर थोड़ा वेट करो बाद में आज ही लेके आओ పోయా రఫీక్ పోయా ഊരിയോ ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ ഊരി ഊരി അവരെ ഫോട്ടോ തരാൻ അവർ ഫോട്ടോ എടുക്കുന്നു പറ ഇപ്പുറത്ത് വരാൻ പറ ഇവിടെ വന്നു ഇവിടെ വന്നു ഊരിയെങ്കിൽ വിട്ടോ ഓഫാക്കിയോ ഓഫാക്കിയോ
Thank you both the teams and an excellent final on display, and have a nice day and signing off at the end of season 2. See you all at season 3.